Hello everybody, this is Kyrex with more Let's Play Undertale, the Genocide run, and I've got a couple things to clear up. As soon as I figure out where my phone is. There it is. Okay. Figured out a couple things, and by figured out I mean looked up. A, this is officially pretty much the last fight. The other fights, if they are even fights and not cutscenes, are just one-stroke kills. Secondly, the reason I missed the burnt apron on both playthroughs of this is because it's in an area inaccessible in the Genocide run, so no worries, I'm not backtracking for it, because I can't, because it doesn't exist in this game. Which kind of makes sense that he took away the burnt apron and the Timmy armor, which were the two things that could have made this bearable. The two auto-heal armors. But here's hoping I can finally make this a thing. I really want this to be a thing. Shit. I suppose it's possible I could have botched that harder, but I'd be hard-pressed to do so. Alright, usual rules apply. The usual rules being only the two hero healing items for round one. Anything more than that, the run just dies. I can't believe I got so close last time. I was I was on the last real attack, and if I'd passed that somehow, if I'd succeeded breaking through that attack, I'd have won the entire game. So it's not that I can't, it's just that I suck. That's all. But I've got pretty much everything else closed right now, or at least the handful of things that I do have to have open are minimized. Except Steam. There we go. Much better. Okay. So I shouldn't have the lag excuse. If I finish this now, then I don't have to worry about it ever again. Because while there is potentially reasons to go back and do other runs just for fun, once you do a Genocide run once, you're done. You don't ever need to do it again, and I never will. Now watch. I'm gonna get some kind of Patreon request. Hey, I'll give you... I'll do this, but my Patreon request is I want this game to be done. Another Genocide run. No. Or some kind of weird commission that I don't take. Hey, I'll give you $100 to do a Genocide run. At which point I have to wonder how broke I really am, you know? Speaking of which, Monday I got a trip. There was an interesting situation with my check. I think it's basically a clerical error, where the letter says that they're basically under the impression that I was paid too much this month, or not this month, but in June. Meaning that they say, oh, we issued you an emergency check. Well, the check was an emergency check because my own actual check had to be canceled. You know, it's one of those things. So I think they're under the impression that because 2 checks were written that month, that 2 checks were cashed that month, which could not possibly be further from the truth. So I'm going to have to go up to the office. I could probably call, but I'd rather go up to the office and get this resolved in person, you know? So I can at least take my book up there and read for a little while and such. Oh shit. I've been trying to read Splinter of the Mind's Eye forever, and I can't stick to it. It's driving me nuts. I take it with me, get like a page or 2 in, and then stop for whatever reason. Because maybe someone else shows up and I talk to them, or I don't fucking know. But it's just a thing. It just slows me the fuck down. But I'm almost positive. I'm like, let's say 85% positive that when I go up there and explain this, they'll make the correction that there was no second check. I mean, there was, but not in the way they think, where I got a second check. And if I don't get this cleared up, then, well, that's literally the worst thing possible unless I can get a job. Because I will have no money next month. Except the 73 cents that's currently in my account. At which point, I will be all the colors of the rainbow of fucked. All of them. And a couple colors that only bugs can see. Which, by the way, that's a thing. Bugs can see a lot more than we can in the color spectrum. It's not important, but it's true. Oh, that's right, I rearranged my inventory so I wouldn't have to do things anymore. Shit! I was obviously expecting lasers. I didn't get them. I wish I had. Because then what I did would have made sense. Ah, there's my lasers. Oh, fuck! I got tagged. I'm in now. Oh shit, I got tagged again. Fuck it, this run's done. Yeah, this run's done. I botched that too hard. So yeah, again, in a word, it's a clerical error. You know? And if it's not a clerical error, then something's really fucked up, because the only thing that was changed... Because they make it sound like, oh, we changed your account. The only thing they changed in my account is who the check was addressed to, and that's why the first check was cancelled. Because they changed the addressee from my mother, who was my payee, to me, who is now my payee. And the first check was cancelled because I was now physically incapable of getting that money. My mother was up in Virginia at the time. And it just would not have been possible for that to be a thing. Because I had to manually collect the check, so the best I could have done was get the check, mail it to Virginia, have my mother cash it, and then transfer the entire thing back down to me. Which, in a word, would have been a clusterfuck. So, I don't even think it's going to be a thing. I may have even misread the letter to the point where they're saying that they would do that, but they're not doing that, and I don't know. But either way, that's a trip I've got to make tomorrow. Wish me luck. For that matter, wish me luck on getting a job, because I could use both, luck on both of those fronts right now. I need me some money. I'm tired of being broke. I did manage to effectively make $10 yesterday, though. Roommate had a chore for me to do that he basically took $10 off of what I owed him, so... It's not $10 given, but it's $10 taken back, so I'll take it. That was a stupid risk for me to take that jump. And now I will use my first healing item. My toes were actually hopping up and clenching every time I did that. Shit. And there literally went all the hard work of this entire run up until this point. All that hard work of saving my energy and not taking damage washed down the drain with one moment of stupidity. Oh my god! This run, it's just not working. A minute there I thought I was actually in the clear, but I was not. Well, it still counts, because I've still only used the healing items I should have by this point, so it counts. On that particular dodging thing, you have to fight your very, very natural urge to jump as soon as you see something come close. I almost ran into 2 of those, and I fucking spider sensed them. My fingers are like, no, don't do this to yourself. Dodged that bullet. Another slam? Yep. Alright, one more and I'll probably heal. I almost had that! Now I'm gonna heal again. Alright, come on, you got this. I'm not even sure which one I'm on anymore. I mean, he's starting to get tired, but that means nothing. Oh, keep the lasers coming. I just spam lasers, spam lasers. Oh, fuck! Fuck. Spam less accurate laser sands. Oh, fuck! I went right to the path of that last one. I did ask for lasers. I'm getting lasers. Shit. Alright, if I can make it through this. Bullshit! Oh crap. I've seen that one. I've seen the laser part before. Oh, that attack, honestly, isn't so bad. Partly because he didn't do the slams as much in this round. Because what happens is each time he does the slams, they get a little faster. Until they effectively hit critical mass and it gets stupid. He never got to critical mass with me. So, because he chose to spam lasers instead of slams, I did better. I think this is going to be the episode. Just not this run. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to make it. I'm going to make this a run. I don't know what on earth possessed me to dodge to the right instead of up like I knew I fucking had to. But I'm like, no man, I could totally dodge to the right, I'll be safe. Wow. I jumped mid-blue. What the fuck's up with my chair? My chair doesn't want to lean back all of a sudden. Which I suppose is for the best, because I'm breaking it anyway, you know? But it doesn't want to lean back at all. The worst part of that last run is until I dodged to the right and got clipped, I was doing perfectly. But it doesn't matter. It's the first part of the run. The first part of the run doesn't even count. It barely counts as part of the fight to me anymore. Oh, I was so close to almost making that one perfect, but I still kept most of my health. So I'm counting it. Too high. This Genocide run is a labor of love that has spawned nothing but hatred in me. No, seriously though, it has been informative. And while I never want to do this run or this fight again, it was worth it just to see the rest of the game. Though part of me agrees with Sans that if you want to see the Genocide ending, you should do it yourself. Mostly because I don't want to do it again. I think the pattern changed on that one a little bit. It felt different this time. Put the RNG back in its bottle. Yeah. I'll heal. Good call on that heal. Had I not, I probably would have died there. The plus side is, now that I have good healing items, I am less concerned about making huge mistakes, because it's no longer a case of a single healing item wiping away a single bad turn. It's, hey, I'm going to use this healing item and get all of my health back. So that helps. It has helped to relax this fucking run. Now remember, for those keeping track at home, the number of deaths actually has +1 to it, because there was one that I did in a recording that I ended up canceling. Because my roommate was yelling to me about something. So, yeah. I'm kind of afraid to see just how many episodes I'm up to. I mean, I know how many I'm up to, but how many of these have been the Sans fight, because all the ones that are not the Sans fight on all 3 runs are in a folder, and the rest are just kind of sitting out in my main folder. So I will actually have an accurate count of how many of these have been the Sans fight. I don't want that number. I don't want that information. I don't want to know just how much of my life I pissed away fighting Chugga Conroy. I do kind of agree with the Runaway Guys fans, though I do want to see Proton John do a Genocide run just to watch him kill Chugga. And you know, everyone's gonna make that connection that he just killed Chugga. You know, part of me almost uttered the phrase, I wonder if Proton John could even beat this guy, and then I remember the kind of shit he's played over the years. I'm like, oh fuck, he could do this. I mean, this is a fucking game of patty cake next to some of the Kaizo shit you've done over the years. Watch that. Oh my god. This fucking game. That's why it felt different, because I drifted to the side instead of keeping up like I usually do. Okay, that makes sense. That being said, I think there is a teensy bit of variation in that particular part of the puzzle. Anyway, to the creator of this game, your game is amazing, and I hate what you've done to the last week of my life. I should not have had to go through this much hell to play a game. Funny thing is, if I could take the Be the League segment down, I would do a lot better, because that's what takes all my fucking health in the second half. Not sure why I decided to stop short there, but I did. Alright, I've used my 2 healing items, so... I think? Yeah, I've used them both, so... We're just gonna have to make of this what I make of this. One more and I get to heal again. Oh. I could take damage on this, but I probably won't die. Alright, let me take damage. I almost healed. I'm like, wait, I have to do this part first. I always get paranoid skipping that particular section of his dialogue, thinking, oh god, I'm gonna accidentally fight him and miss my heal window. Lasers, right? Almost got me there, okay. Gonna heal after this. Keep that RNG back in her bottle. Shit. 2 slams. Two slams in a row is bad news. I think next up is the dreaded leap dodge. Double fuck him. Yep, called it. Don't fuck your timing, don't fuck your timing. Okay. Let's go this. No way did I put that much height on that jump. Bullshit! He gravity. Hold on a sec. I'm just gonna soak some damage a sec while I check this. Okay, that's basically me being told that we've got a HeroClix tournament today at 1 that I'm actually probably gonna make this time. try. Do I have this? I might. I might have this. I don't have this. Not without my special. Not without my pie. Shit. I fucked it. That slam took too much out of me because it wasn't recognizing my inputs. Fuck it. I gotta try and ride it out. I'm done. This is where the run ends. But yeah, see, as it speeds up, it recognizes my inputs less and less. So sometimes it's not just that I'm not jumping in time, it's that I'm pushing it. If you saw during the last one when you kept doing the speed hops, you'll notice that I would do this really half-assed hop, but I was pressing the button. And I was pressing it full. I wish I had some kind of little input thing to show how hard I'm pressing the buttons. But it's not registered. Now, of course, the real question is, can I make this before I have to leave for my game? The real question is, can I make this today? The answer is I don't fucking know. Your guess is as good as mine. I mean, almost every time I record this, I get a little bit closer. So, it's entirely possible that this could be the run. It's also just as likely that there's another 5 more videos before I finally get the pattern down. I hope it's not, but I hope this is the run, but who knows? Hell, when I started this, I figured 3 videos tops. It was fun. And, yeah. I don't even need to finish that sentence. If you're still here to even hear this conversation, well, this declaration, rather, then you know exactly what happened to, it's gonna be 3 episodes. Hell, if I had recorded my Undying fight the second time through, it's still, that and the first Undying fight would not have equaled this. Wouldn't even come close. Maybe 5 episodes tops. Just see what comes. How I don't slide off some of those, I'll never know. At least there's no ice fingers. I can't believe there are people who would literally fight him more than once. And I mean in a single run, because he has dialogue apparently for if you kill him, and then reset, and then kill him again, and then reset, and so on. Why would anyone do that? I can't imagine anyone being that much of a masochist. Unless you're literally that good. How many YouTube Let's Players have completed a Genocide run? That's what I really want to know. How many? Am I going to be on a list of thousands? Hundreds? You know, less than that? I don't even know. I imagine it's got to be a lot, but who knows? But then again, back when TV Tropes first covered it, only like 30 people had done the 420 mode on Five Nights at Freddy's, and I don't think that's half as hard as this is. I can't say for sure, because I've never even played more than a couple minutes of the demo. Much less beaten it or done 420 mode, but still. I can't imagine I imagine it pales compared to this bullshit right here. Who knows, this Genocide run, the fact that I'm completing one, could be the thing that puts me on the map. I say, as I have still yet to complete it. I was hoping that if I attacked twice in a row, he wouldn't do double slams. Let's pissed away that. Fuck! I had trouble judging the aim of some of those. See, I have it in parts and then I lose it at the last second. Which is better than what I had before, which is where I didn't have any of it. Getting better at that little bunny hop, though. Speaking of little hops. Fuck your slams. Fuck you, Sans! God damn it! I'm glad I'm not Skinner, because I might have broke something just now, because I tried two different things with those hops. First, I'm thinking, oh, maybe it's because I'm holding it down and it's registering it or something and it's half-assing it. So then I was more careful with the taps, and still, it half-asses my fucking jumps. It's like he's putting double gravity on my ass, which is stupid. This is hard enough without the game having to cheat on top of that. And that's exactly what it's doing there, is cheating by fucking with my interface. And it's not a lag thing, because there's nothing lagging me here. I always jump too low, and I skim it. And there I went too high. Alright, I'm going to declare it right now. If I can make it on one of these to the halfway point without needing to heal, I think that'll be the run. Because then I'll have all of them. And I can afford to go into the final stretch with full hit points. But I don't see that happening. I think it's going to be a skin of my ass thing, and I almost had it too! Because from what I understand, once the lasers are over, once you pass the lasers, the spinny lasers, he can't kill you anymore. And that would have been the run. It can last another turn. Like I said, if I could get to the halfway point without healing, until I get there, obviously, like say with the amount of health I get now, if I could have, from start to finish, here to the halfway point, if I could have gotten there with this much health, that would mean I'd have an extra healing item. I'm not going to be stupid enough to say if I could get there without any damage, or even get to the halfway point and not need to heal, because I'm shooting for something a little more realistic here. And I'm just not that good, unless I have a breakthrough savant moment where I just shatter this game. It's not going to happen. But yeah, I get to go up to Tampa today, allegedly. HeroClix Judge is going to give me a ride, allegedly, because the last time he was going to give me a ride, not to Tampa, but to our other games, like, oh, I'm going to be visiting my dad, and I'll be down in your area, so, yeah. Well, he didn't leave in time, which was fortunate, because I was asleep anyway. I mean, if he had called me instead of texting me, then that, I would have picked up on, oh, okay. But since he wasn't coming to get me, I figured he'd just, meh. It wouldn't have mattered. No, not twice. I can't afford that. Maybe if I had some more item slots. That was a horrible botch. I don't know why I'm even bothering. That was some botchamania bullshit right there. So yeah, basically the judge may make it, he may not. He's kind of... I'm just going to let him go. He's kind of notorious for either falling asleep, forgetting, or just having bad shit happen. You know? He's notorious for it. To the point where I very rarely make plans around him anymore. Like if he says, oh, I'm going to be there here, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to proceed as though you hadn't said that. Oh, we're going to do this. Okay, I'm going to go through my day as if you hadn't said that. We're going to see this movie. I'm going to go through my day as if you hadn't said that. Because chances are, we're not going to do any of those things. My favorite was back when the Hobbit movies were still showing. We hadn't in a while, but we played Lord of the Rings online. And after every Hobbit movie, he'd get it up his ass. Oh, we're going to go home, or I'm going to go home, and I'm going to call you, and we're going to get on Lord of the Rings online, and we're going to play. And I would stay up, not necessarily for him, but because I'm nocturnal, and call never came. And I would get a hold of his wife, like, the next day, it's like, oh yeah, he came home and went straight to sleep. I almost had that one. I mean, I'll take what I took, but I almost had that one. But yeah, he's been wanting me to play Pox Nora, and he's like, oh, so you play Pox Nora? I'm like, no, I never play Pox Nora anymore except with you. Because I don't like to fucking grind single-player shit on Pox Nora. Okay, this one, that was my interface. I wasn't pressing left, and it was pressing left. So, I don't know what the fuck that was about. Some sticky keys bullshit right there. Oh wow, my stopwatch stopped, so I have no idea how long this has really been running anymore. But yeah, Anubis was actually telling Skinner, he's like, "Oh, I want to get him on Elder Scrolls Online." And Skinner's reaction was, "Don't do that, because Kyrix, he was supposed to play this with Kyrix, he was supposed to play this with Kyrix, never fucking touched it." Like, I rented Ninja Turtles. Like that Turtles in Manhattan game. I rented that. Because he kept telling me, oh, we're going to get together, we're all going to play, blah, 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 blah. Never. He hasn't even opened his copy. And I've just played the tutorial on the one I have over here. Oh, I got Xenoverse. I tried like 3 or 4 times to get him to play Xenoverse with me. Near as I can tell, he's never even opened it. So he's just one of those people where he cannot, for the life of him, succeed in keeping a schedule, you know? So, as a result, I rarely plan around him. And before that, we were doing Borderlands, and a couple times I would call him, and I'm like, oh, are we playing Borderlands? He's like, oh yeah, give me a half an hour, we'll play Borderlands. And I'll wait a half an hour, and then a half an hour turns 45 minutes, 45 minutes turns into an hour, I'll call him up, dude, Let's go. Oh, we're gonna go soon. I'm gonna eat and take a shower and we're gonna play. Fucking 3 hours later, keep in mind, while we're doing this, I'm sitting basically in the game in lobby mode, just waiting to start. You know, because I'm waiting on him, so I don't. Because I was underneath them in level, and I leveled up to where they were, and I didn't want to over-level past them, so I'm just waiting. And then I turned the game off after about an hour and a half. And about 3 hours after the original deadline, I'll get a call from him. Oh, you ready to play Borderlands? No, I'm not. You killed any mood I had to play that game because you didn't fucking keep a schedule. I mean, if we're not gonna play, tell me we're not gonna play. I hate when people fucking do that to other people. Because I am the kind of conscientious person who will drop everything I'm doing to do the thing we agreed to do. Like, if we're gonna hang out, I won't leave the house. I won't fucking go to the gas station and get a drink, even when I used to live next door to the fucking thing. It's not as bad now that I have a cell phone, but I basically stay home in case I get a call. Like, I wouldn't even get the mail and shit. And I won't start a video game or anything that could potentially, like, oh, I can't yet, give me 20 minutes while I get to a save point or while I beat this thing or whatever, you know. So I would sit there and non-committally pretty much do nothing, waiting, and waiting, and waiting. And then 2 or 3 hours later, yeah, plans changed. No, don't plans change me 3 hours later. Plans change me 10 minutes before. If we're supposed to do something at 2 o'clock, and plans change at 1:30, tell me at 1:30. No. Have the courtesy, have the fucking respect to not tie up my entire day because something came up. I understand if something came up. I'm not going to hate you if something came up. I will hate you if something came up and you pretended nothing came up and I'm waiting. You know? But then again, most of my friends aren't that kind of person who will just drop everything. You know? Like, I got into a big argument with that over a friend of mine who is now kicking himself over the fact that he never joined in. Way back when I was still painting dice for the judge. And I don't mean when I was still painting dice like that was an era. I mean during the actual 2 or 3 weeks that I was doing that particular project. When I was just starting out. I think I had... It was like pre-capture card shit when I was doing possibly Final Fantasy. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I was doing Resident Evil on the computer back when I was trying to do it on the computer. I was doing something, but it was like Season 1, if not quote-unquote Season 0 of my Let's Play, which none of the Season 0 stuff ever saw the light of day. You know, that was stuff like my Final Fantasy V run, my Resident Evil 4 run, which PC, not GameCube, because I have 3 Resident Evil 4 runs, but this was the one on the PC. Which, basically, I had to switch computers and lost the data and all that shit, so that's why that one died. It wouldn't let me continue from my previous save kind of shit. But I called him, I'm like, hey dude, I'm doing this new thing, I'm doing Let's Plays, and I explained what they were, because we didn't know at the time. I'm like, would you like to do commentary with me? And this was back on my first laptop, because the first laptop was powerful enough to do this shit. Because I'm sitting here wondering how me and Jay could have done Arkham when I can't do anything like that now, and then I realized, oh yeah, I had a more powerful laptop back then. And I basically told him, hey dude, I want you to do co-commentary with me. Just get on Skype, I'll screen share with you, I'll play the game, you do commentary, it'll be awesome. You'll be up on YouTube, and so on. He's like, yeah, okay, I'll do it at like 7 o'clock, I'm free 7 o'clock. It might have been 9, but we're going to say 7 for the purpose of this. But, because either way, it scales. Like, if it's 9 o'clock and I had to wait 5 hours, even if I said it was 7 o'clock and had to wait 5 hours, it's still, I had to wait 5 hours. The time of day is immaterial because I don't keep the same sleep schedule most people do. You know, most people are like, oh my god, you stayed up till 11? That's like me saying, oh my god, you got up before noon? Which is funny because I am almost mechanically programmed to wake up at 11 a.m. No matter when I go to sleep, and it's kind of maddening, actually. It sounds like it might be a cool thing, but it's not. Because keep in mind, I go to bed at like 7 or later in the morning. So best case scenario, I'm looking at 4 hours sleep. Worst case scenario, sub 1, you know? Like under 60 minutes kind of thing. Like you could put on an episode of Star Trek when I go to sleep, and I'll be up in time to watch the credits roll. But yeah, basically, long story short, I waited and waited for like 4 or 5 hours, and he never showed up. And I even tried calling him a couple times. He's like, no, or not. He didn't say no. He just didn't answer. And I think what ended up happening was he decided to just go to sleep or something, without telling me. And I ended up doing the thing myself, but the reason that the 5 hours is important is because that's 5 hours where I did no recording. Meaning, I told him, because my episodes then were anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes long, in that 5 hours, I could have knocked out 5 to 10 episodes. That's a lot, you know? I have projects that aren't that long. If it had been Resident Evil Revelations, for example, I could have literally done half of that Let's Play in the time that I waited. You know, I mean, that's... And he wonders why I was pissed the next day, and I tore into him. I'm like, dude, if you don't want to... Because he's like, well, I really didn't want to. I'm like, dude, if you don't fucking want to do it, tell me. Don't you dare tell me you want to be in on it, and then... Because I wait on people. I'm polite like that. If you tell me you'll do something, I will wait so that you can do that thing with me. And if you're not gonna, tell me so that I'm not wasting 6 fucking hours waiting on you. I don't think this run's gonna be the one. I'm kind of at the mercy of the RNG here, because if he... No. I'm about to say, if he never gets to speed slams by the time I get there, then I've got a shot, because speed slams are what's going to take most of my energy. Slalom's going to get me a little bit, but fucking Be the Leaf is going to take the rest of me. And the reason I call it that is because that's what the Fight Sans website thingy was calling it. Shit. Be the Leaf. 4 hits. Take it. See, I'm not sure if that purple was from the lasers or left over from Be the Leaf. But whatever it was, it was. And we're fucked. Now that he's on slams again. Why am I taking damage on these? Why are my inputs fucking up on me? Because I actually felt at that time that my inputs were scrapping on me. Are my arrow keys fucked? Is that what's wrong? I mean, I would absolutely understand, given how much of this I've had to do. But are they fucked? Is that what's wrong here? I can't believe I recovered that in time. that was definitely lasers. Shit, shit. Fuck it, we're done. There's no earthly way I can live through this. I would have to play the best I've ever played in my life in order to make that. And that's with full fucking health. That's the best I ever played in my life so far. Hasn't been up to the task, because this isn't round 2 of the Genocide run because I decided to do it again. This is round 2 of the Genocide run because round 1 couldn't fucking cut it. Alright, this is the last run of this video, if only because I have to pee. I don't feel like making you all wait for me to finish peeing. Maybe if I had a co-commentator, I'd let him take over for a run while I peed, but don't. And no, that's not a gender thing. I have one local female friend, and she lives like a 2-hour drive away and has no gas money to get here, even if she didn't, you know? No, what, fuck it, we're just I'm gonna give you one real run. No, I'm just gonna try it. I don't want to try this. Well, I'll give you another real run, because I can't let myself get demoralized like this. I mean, the thing I keep forgetting is I'm actually really good at this section. To the point where being down to 1 health for most of this is not problematic at all. I can make it from this. That's mostly born from when I only had the... Shit, I should have stayed where I was. When I only had the heroes for healing. Because 45 is a joke for healing. I'm sorry, 44 is a joke for healing. But the snowballs heal for 45, 49 with my hand. God, I wish I had that apron. Or the Temi armor. Either way, they accomplish the same thing, they heal. If I could have had the Temi armor, I'd have beaten Undyne 3rd try, maybe. Combine my Temi armor's defense and healing with a full page of healing items. Yeah, I could have wiped the finish. Send her ass to Long John Silver's to stay. And I really do need to cut back on Long John Silver's just because the food is so greasy. I mean, I love grease. And when I say so greasy, I'm not saying, oh, it's so greasy, it's unhealthy. I'm saying it because it literally turns my stomach. Like, I spent the day after that big sale thing, I spent the day feeling miserable. Alright, see you next run. Bye-bye.